Greetings, people of the internet. It is I, that Canadian fangirl. This week, we're back with the third week of countdown of 2024. This week is top 10 TV shows of 2024. Animated and live action, not including anime. I did my anime top 10 on that tier list a couple weeks on that tier list. If you want to know my top, what I think of the best anime of the year, go listen to the tier list from 2 weeks ago. Thanks a lot for the people who are listening to that thing. I am overly grateful. Go Mansai. When I say go Mansai, I mean sorry. To make this list, really the shows that had to come out in 2024, with some exceptions. Sequels all included. Okay, animated, live action, not including anime. I can talk about the anime tier list. Before we get into the tier list, though, I wanted to go over my honorable mentions, because there were some decent shows this year, and a lot of these shows probably would have made the list. I haven't finished them. Like, literally just me going through every single show I watched, like, okay, what show did I like this year? Oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. So, think of these honorable mentions as, like, the unofficial top 20. I say top 20, there's like 5 of them, so top 15. So, first off, the unofficial number 11 would have been X-Men 97. I'm not going to talk too much about it, because I talked about X-Men 97 in my X-Men episode a few weeks back. Yeah. Go listen to that if you want to hear my opinion on 97, but 97 was a great series. It got me into the X-Men animated series, which is probably one of my what I love now. The animation was gorgeous. It had some great character moments. I thought it was really fun. It was one of the best things we got from Marvel this year. I mean, if not one of the best, probably the best. So that. Unofficially, Sonic Prime, because I think we got a new season of Sonic Prime this season. Although this year. Even anime. But Sonic Prime is a really good Sonic cartoon. I was surprised by how much I like the cartoon. I haven't got caught up on the latest season, but I think is what did come out this year. People, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about Sonic Prime, but I actually really liked it. I thought Sonic Prime was decent and was a great, what's the word? Foray into what Sonic is. Like, and it looked great. It was some great animation. The colors were popping. I thought it was a cool concept of what they wanted to do with Sonic. Honorable mention, technically gray area. Same thing with Invincible. I'm not sure season 2 came out in 2024. That might have been 2023. But I watched Invincible in 2024. I already talked about it, so I won't go into Invincible, but I love Invincible. I think season 3 comes out in a couple of weeks, so that. But, I mean, Invincible was great animation, great characters. I freaking love that show. Red Swan is a really interesting Korean drama that I got really into. Not on the list, because I only watched the first episode, but the first episode I really liked. I thought it was a solid thing, and I'll say this. Anytime you see a Korean drama, they're usually some of the best stuff that comes to streaming. I don't know why, but the best shows in recent years have always been the Korean stuff, or Japanese, or whatever. Go figure. Another one I definitely want the first that. So, Red Swan would have made the list if I watched more of it, but I didn't. Cruel Summer had a really interesting concept, and I really liked the first episode. Haven't finished it, but I want to watch more. Chaos on Netflix was decently fun. I only watched the first episode, but I liked it. Supercell, also on Netflix. I thought it was really fun. I really liked the first episode. I want to watch more of it, but I haven't. So that. So honorable mention. Dream Productions, which just came out, is super solid. It's not a top 10 show, but I really like what Pixar did with Dream Productions. I thought it was a really fun foray into the Inside Out verse. And I would love to see what if they would do more with that. If not, I think it's perfect as what it is. But I would love to see Dream Factory continue on, exploring some of the new concepts from the sequel. But that's neither here nor there. Honorable mentions. And this wouldn't have been the show, but this just came out. Light Shop, which, holy shit, I got really into. Light Shop is really fun. I'm 2 episodes in, so I can't talk. This dropped me like a week ago, but it's a really good mystery, and I really like what they're doing with it. It's making me guess so hard what the show's about, so I'm really game to watch more. Again, Korean, Japanese live action stuff is the best stuff to watch, and it's so good. But there'll be honorable mentions. Again, a lot of them probably would have made the list if they either came out a little bit earlier or I finished them. Or maybe they wouldn't, I don't know. So, let's start this list. Number 10 is The Boys Season 4. I already talked about The Boys in the episode I did a couple months back, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much. If you want my opinion, go watch The Boys episode I did. But this last season was great. It comes in just at number 10 because it is just another season of The Boys. And The Boys gets really tiring after a while because it's just countless, intense gore and violence. And it's good, and I like what they did. It does get tiring. Although I was getting kind of put off by the political commentary the show had always been with the show. I said that before. I come to TV to get away from right-wing politics. I don't need I don't need to see that in my fiction. But The Boys had that killer climax, and we better be getting season 5. Because if not, that's the most unfair cliffhanger I've ever seen in this show. Oh my god. But that's The Boys. At number 9 is Rings of Power Season 2. Okay, Lord of the Rings being what it is in terms of internet, like, Lord of the Rings is not toxic. It's not Star Wars. But there seems to be this kind of dismissive quality to Lord of the Rings project. Like, everyone seems to be kind of tired of Lord of the Rings. Like, oh yeah, it's just... So, and Rings of Power is one of those shows where it's like, yeah, I know people are just kind of whatever on this show. I think it's fine. Like, I like the addendum they're giving to this whole world of Middle Earth. I think it's really cool. There's some cool action. Hampered by the fact that it's a prequel, so any character is not gonna die. It's like, I wonder if Galadriel's gonna make it. Like, of course Galadriel's gonna make it. Like, they're not gonna... I was like, yeah, it's hampered by that, but it's like, I like the cast of Rings of Power. I think season 2 was an interesting addition. They got Tom Bombadil in there, which is cool. There's some cool stuff in Rings of Power. I thought it was fine. Like, it's some good action, the storytelling unique. I mean, is this what people want from Lord of the Rings? Probably not, but you can tell that the money Amazon put into this thing is on screen because it looks good. Like, and that's really all you can hope for. It's fun. I like it. Number 8 is Cobra Kai season... Are we season 7 of Cobra Kai or season 6? I don't remember, and honestly, the only reason it's at number 8 is mainly because of what Netflix did with this last season of Cobra Kai. But I like this tournament they're in. They're in a big martial arts tournament. We get some great stuff with these kids, quote unquote, because they're clearly in their. I mean, these kids are killer 20. But the stuff they do with the language cast of Karate Kid is really fun. Like, you come to Kai for some with Johnny and Daniel, and that's what we get, and that stuff's great. Like, what they're doing with Daniel and Johnny this season was really good. The stuff with the, again, quote unquote, kids, it's tropey, but it's what you expect from these type of show. The karate action is great. I mean, the Saikai Taikai has been really cool. If only for the fact that Netflix, for what Netflix is doing with this, with the whole, we're gonna release it in 3 parts, drop the first third in like June, wait 6 months, then the second part, and the last part of the season is not gonna come for another 6 months. Like, I don't know why Netflix decided that Cobra Kai had to do with Cobra Kai, because I don't think there's enough material for that. And you're just kind of killing the hype of this major tournament by breaking it up by several months. Which, I don't know, maybe it's the raw hype for the movie, which, like, I don't think they need it. I think that movie's gonna do fine, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say I know what Netflix is doing. And honestly, I said this. Like, Netflix, didn't you already do this with JoJo Part 6? I better not go over with JoJo fans. Like, this is probably gonna backfire on you, but I mean, I can't say I don't like Cobra Kai, because I do. So yeah, Netflix is a dumb decision to decide. I think the season was good. Moving on. Number 7 is Star Wars Skeleton Crew. At the time of this recording, there's only 3 episodes out of Skeleton Crew, so I can't put it any higher because we don't know where Skeleton Crew is going. But I really like Skeleton Crew. I think it's fun. Star Wars has always been a franchise aimed at kids. I know you fanboys don't want to hear that, but it is a kids franchise. The first movie was clearly aimed at kids, or at least young people. It wasn't meant for adults. So, suck it. I like what is an interesting pilot. I like the tease at the beginning, introducing kind of the piloting nature of these pirates at this time when the Empire fell, more public taking over, and how pirates are all the right. But then another take for Star Wars. I like that. And immediately cutting to these kids on this random planet just discovering a spaceship and then blasting themselves into space, and then the rest of the show with them trying to get home. I think that's an interesting premise of Star Wars, and I like what they're doing. It's different. They are exploring a different aspect of Star Wars. I think these kids are good actors. Like, usually a lot of kid acting is kind of hokey, where it's like, no, these kids are believable enough. I like them. Jude Law, I think, really fun in this. You know, he had the bunch of kids. I think he does fine. Like, he had the deal about him that I think is really interesting. I like the setup of, it seems like this planet they're from is some lost planet that has to do with Star Wars lore. I'm not gonna say I know old public stuff, but I like the setup. I like that it looks like it's gonna be a treasure hunt to get home. I don't know, it seems like it's gonna be really interesting. And gonna be a fun space romp with a couple of kids in space. I don't know, it seems like it's really fun. We'll see where Skeleton Crew goes, but that Skeleton Crew, sucker Star Wars fan, I think it's fun. Number 6 is Only Murders in the Building Season 4. I don't know what it was with Only Murders, but man, this show was so much fun. And season 4 is great. Charles, Oliver, and Mabel have, again, their dynamic is what makes this show. They are so good characters, and I love the way they interact with each other. We have some great comedy this season. There was some great guest stars, the idea that their podcast is going to be made into a movie, and the interacting with actors playing themselves, I think is really fun. It's a great murder mystery. Again, the murder mystery in this was great. What they added to the season was I thought really fun. Much like The Boys, I hope season 5 is confirmed. If not, man, this ends on a really unjust cliffhanger. Because, this is not a cliffhanger you leave on. What? No, there better be a season 5 for this. No, I really like this show. I really like this last season. Only was one of those shows where you have to binge it because it's so good. And the mystery in this season was great. I thought the reveal of what the twist of this was I think really interesting. They're good mysteries too. It's only most of my building understand the assignment of a good murder mystery. Well, you lay clues for the audience to also try to figure it out while they'll figure it out. And also there's some really cool stylistic things this season, was it episode 5? With their unique way of shooting was really fun. So, yeah, that's only one. I forgot to say about Skeleton Crew before we move on. I like the fact that it looks like Skeleton Crew with also practical effects. It's I don't know, if I'm reading it looks like they built a lot of these sets and these puppets and these animatronics to interact with the characters because they look real. It looks really good, so I'm impressed. So I had to get out of there before I moved on. I was thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm talking about that. Anyway, moving on. Number 5, Shogun. You can't go wrong with a good history drama, and Shogun is a really interesting time period. I love the Meiji Edo. It's called Meiji. The Meiji period of samurai and the shogunate, and the black ships coming in Japan with the foreigners teaching foreign customs to the Japanese. It's good political intrigue. There's some good political drama that's happening with the warring faction of the shogunate, dealing with internal strife of the Japanese political system, balancing it out with for lack of a better word, the powers of the Western world coming to Japan that tease Japan to them. But you see in Shogun, there's some good samurai fight. It's again, there's some interesting cinematography in this. It's very straight on shot, but Shogun was really fun. There's some good drama. The Naruto it's fun. No one likes Naruto. I don't know. And again, I wouldn't say Shogun's a foreign show because I think that it's clearly made by. I don't know who this is made. Because you have non-Japanese people in here for the people coming on the black ships. And I say black ships because I watch a lot of Meiji anime, so I know about this period pretty well. Not really, because they don't talk about the opium. It's and this is really politically accurate. If we get a season 2 of Shogun, the part talk about the opium trade. Which was the thing in Japan, and that's an interesting time. That's an interesting thing that happens in Japan. We want to talk about the opium. Man, I kind of hope we do get a season 2 of Shogun, because I thought Shogun was really fun. And having shows like this gain decent mass appeal, it's always a plus. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Fallout. I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't play Fallout. I don't know anything about the games. I've never played them. The show makes me want to pick up Fallout. Probably 4, because I think. Wait, not 76. I wouldn't pick up Fallout 76. I might pick up 4. 4 or New Vegas or Fallout is one of those shows that you can tell Bethesda had a huge hand in it. I mean, we know Bethesda had a huge hand in it. They're Todd Howard producing. Todd Howard, he's so short! I thought the fact that Todd Howard the Game Award, and he's super tall guy. Like, wow, Todd Howard's a short guy. I didn't think it was that short. But I digress. But, yeah. Fallout captures the spirit of Fallout, while also clearly trying to tell its own story, because I don't think the story of Fallout is all that faithful to the game. Well, I think they took what the game is about, what they're telling their own story with it. And I like these characters in Fallout. The world is fully realized. It looks cool. Anything that has to do with the game looks great. This kind of idea is really fun. Like, the violence in it, the action is great, the creature design is impressive, the suits, whatever they're called, look impressive, and this is proof that video game adaptations do work, because Fallout is probably one of the best looking adaptations of a game in live action outside maybe The Last of Us. And yeah, you can do it. Borderlands. Like video game adaptations all possible, guys. You can do them. I don't know why you went back to the formula with Borderlands, but I digress again. Yeah, no, I really liked Fallout. I thought it was really fun. Not much I can say about it. I thought it looked cool. And again, it's this high mainly because the video game adaptation, and I want them to do well. So that's Fallout. Number 3 is Agatha All Along. The show that, let's be honest, I think no one wanted, and I think everyone was proven wholly wrong by how good this was. So 3 years ago, when WandaVision ended, and they announced that Agatha Agatha Huggins was getting her own spin-off series, I think it was something the same. It's like, okay, who really wanted an Agatha spin-off? Like, I got Greenland because of the Agatha All Along memes, which admittedly were pretty fun, but whatever. 3 years later, and 5 name changes? Like, how many different titles was this show known by before we finally got Agatha All Along? The show is finally out, and I am pleasantly surprised of how much I really liked Agatha. Like, the first episode had this great intrigue to it, which was really interesting. And then the second episode built this really cool mystery about Agatha gathering this coven and her coven going along the witch's road to find the ultimate power, whatever it's called. And these people going on this journey and the twists and turns, and I thought it was really good. I think that's how we got the mid-season of this show, and we get the true identity of quote-unquote teen, and we find out who this teen is, and who this boy is, and his connection to Agatha, and what I mean. I was hooked. Like, that was a solid episode. Everything else after the mid-season finale was great. There was some great storytelling. The climax was thrilling. I like the fact that they didn't make Agatha wholly a good person. Like, you were on Agatha's side just enough, but No, I wouldn't really say Agatha's like, a hero. Agatha's killing, doing her own thing, whatever's best for Agatha, whatever. And I'd be curious what Agatha and, okay, we'll spoil teen. I'd be curious to see what they're gonna do in the larger MCU. If they don't show up again, that's fine. I would imagine we're probably gonna see them probably pop into something. But no, this show looks great. I like the twist and turn it takes, and Agatha along is probably solely on the cast. My God, Catherine Hahn's probably having a lot of fun playing Agatha in this because she has such good character and comedy, and everything about this role is so fun. And these other women, with acting off are all great. And okay, we'll talk about Joe Locke but I liked him as teen. I think this was a good breakout for him. And okay, breakout is not for the show, but coming into Agatha along, I think he's a really good actor, and I think he gets some great bits in this. Again, this show has an amazing cast. Its style is cool. It's creepy, but it's not on hold, but they're all scary bits, and I like that they go scary, but they'll also try to tell a good story. I think it's really well done. I didn't think Agatha Long would probably make this list, but man, am I surprised, and I'm so glad I watched this. Number 2, The Dragon Prince Season 6. Now, like I said, anime counts, and mainly The Dragon Prince is on this list because Season 7, which is going to conclude this arc, comes out this week. So excited, I'm going to binge watch all of The Dragon Prince again, just to prepare myself for the 19th. I'm so excited to see how this concludes. And also, I want more Dragon Prince. If there is so many more ideas that the creators have for this show, if it does well, we will get another couple of seasons of the Dragon Prince. I really want more Dragon Prince because it's so good. But Season 6 is probably the best season of this Mystery of Available arc. Because, let's be honest, okay, yeah, I'll say this about Dragon Prince. The Mystery of Available, Season 4 was just okay. It was a lot of setup for what this arc was going to be. Season 5, I think, better. Season 6 that we just got, I think was one of the best stuff we got, because this truly felt like a continuation of the Dragon Prince. We got over the hang-ups of the past 2 seasons with Callum and Rayla was kind of weak, and they're progressing something I think really what they think their relationship. Everything was up. I like that we finally got a little more insight into who Elbows is as a villain. I like the reveal we got with villain. Doesn't redeem him as a good character, because I think because of all the shit he pulled in the first season. And I'm probably going to do a full episode on Dragon Prince eventually, probably next year, but early thoughts, I love this last season of the Dragon Prince. I thought what we got was really solid. Super excited for Season 7 this week. I'm so excited. That's the only reason is the Dragon Prince is number 2. I need to raise Dragon Prince awareness because this show is incredible. I love this show so much. Thank you. Number 1. Drumroll please. Heartstopper Season 2 and Season 3, I think both came out this year. Yeah, no, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm saying this Season 2 was like spring or like early summer, and Season 3 just came out 2 months ago, if I'm correct. Holy, I am so glad I discovered Heartstopper when I did. I watched that first season when it dropped. Probably last year? 2 years ago? I can't remember, but oh my god, I fell in love with that first season. That first season was so good. So good. I loved it. And I finally got caught up on season 2. I was busy. I didn't have time to watch season 2 when it came out, but I finally watched it and season 3 in time to make this list. Holy shit. Hostables elevated itself so much from the first season. While the first season was about Chili and Nick getting together, season 2 was about their relationship and them being together and being in love, but having to deal with the issues that come with being a gay couple and Nick coming out and the stuff with Shirley and some of their friend group, and oh my god, it's so good. And it deals with, the struggles of growing, and it's not even this growing up LGBT, this growing up in general. The fact that they're LGBT it's just about these kids growing up. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're LGBT. The fact that they're LGBT is just added on to the fact that growing up is hard, because Charlie's mental illness with his eating disorder and apparently OCD, as we found out in season 3, has nothing to do with the fact that he's gay. And that's something that is probably would have affected him even if he was straight. And they handled it so well. It's so smart. And everything about the LGBT, the trans community, asexuality, gay, lesbian, bi, it's handled so well and so smoothly and so brilliantly, and I love these kids. They are so endearing. I just want them all to be happy, and that's why I said how an Agatha along. If you like Joe Locke and Agatha along, watch him in Heartstopper. I think he's way better. Mainly because, I'll say this, I think Heartstopper, he gets way more meat, because there's more interesting thing with Charlie as a character than Teen and Agatha all along, but I think he's a good actor who can probably do who apparently can do an amazing American accent. Like, why the Agatha all along? I'm like, oh yeah, Hostaple was British. I looked up and like, yeah, this cast is British. So I was like, I don't think he wasn't British in Agatha all along, though. He was an amazing American accent. I wouldn't even pay. Like, I forgot that watching Agatha, so it's like, props to that kid. That kid can do an amazing American accent. Well, up there with Tom Holland. It's like, if you can pull it off so well that I forget you're British, hell yeah. I feel like Andrew Garfield too. I love watching the young people who can do really good accents. It's like, yeah! These British people, these British actors pretend they're American, but they pull it off so well. But I digress. And I kind of hope we get a season 4, because I like season 3 ended off. With what comes next, I think Nick is going off to college, and what that means, and Nick finding himself while also wanting to, remain in a relationship with Shirley, and I love them as a couple. I think they're really cute, and again, I think Shirley's actually great. I don't think enough people talk about Nick. Nick gets some great scenes, particularly in season 3, with what he's dealing with, the fact that he wants to be supportive of his boyfriend, and he's also struggling with who he is, and I think he has some greatly acted scenes, and oh my god, Hostaple has got a beautiful style to it. I love the little flourishes of how they make everything seem, either bright and color just by, the kind of, the little lighting or the little animations, or they dim it to make it when it looks like they're struggling. It's like, it's beautiful. I really want to read the graphic novel. I think that's on my list of what I want to read, because I might do a full episode on Hostables, but I might wait until after I read the graphic novel, because I might want to compare the graphic novel to the adaptation, which I think will be really fun. So that's on my list. It's probably gonna be a couple years, but I'm gonna get to that. House is number one, not only for the fact that I love the show that much, I think it's a beautiful show. House is a show that's not even a show. Sorry, House is a show that we need. We need more shows like House in this political climate of 2024, going into the fact that we live in a society with bigots and creeps and homophobes and transphobes and people who want to put these people down because of because of who they are, and we need shows like House to show what is so beautiful about gay and lesbian relationships, the bi community, asexual, the trans community. These people deserve to be seen just as much as straight people do, and I think that's why House deserves to be number one. Like, these people exist, they deserve to have their voices heard. Florida. Well, I'll probably tweet about that later, but I hate Florida. I'm not gonna get the plug. I'm not gonna get a plug. I go. Let's not talk about Florida. But the fact that you can have a show like House be so pure and innocent and chilling and tell a really good story about these two boys who fall in love with each other and the fan group they surround themselves with who accept them for who they are, and how you have people who are accepting of who they are. It's one of the best shows ever. It's probably one of the best shows I've seen in this decade of the 2020s, and also the best show of 2024. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for coming with me on this journey on my top 10 shows of 2024. It was fun going back and looking at all the really good shows that came out this year. That's probably one of the ones I missed. Because admittedly, there's a lot of TV, both animated and live action, but I'm glad I made this list. Leave a comment down below to tell me what your favorite shows of 2024 were. I'm sure there'll be I'm sure there's gonna be a lot different than mine. Maybe there'll be a few things that'll similar, but there'll probably be a lot of different stuff. Let's leave a comment in general. Remember to like and subscribe and follow this podcast to help the algorithm boost the show, and so it gets recommended to more people. Follow me on social media. All my social media are in the description down below. The description down below is also where the comment section is located. So if you go over the description, the comment should be right there. Remember, no gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep this community. If you like something, you're a fan of it, don't let other people tell you otherwise. And remember, when people ask, what fangirl do you listen to? It is That Canadian Fangirl. With Canadian Fangirl? That Canadian Fangirl. Alright. Later, people!